I'm Tammy Dana-Bashian, Mayor of Rowlett.
And I'm Brian Funderburk, Rowlett City Manager.
Welcome to the August 2020 edition of Spotlight on Rowlett. COVID-positive cases in Rowlett continue to climb. Currently, the state of Texas is requiring the use of face masks covering your mouth and nose in public spaces. Please continue to wear your mask and avoid unnecessary trips and exposure to people outside your home. We all have a role to play in slowing the spread of COVID-19. A developing story is the increasing amount of our new cases being diagnosed in young adults between the ages of 20 and 39, such that of all cases, almost 40% have been in this age group. This virus does not just target those who are at risk. You've heard the prevention steps before, but it bears repeating. Stay home when you're sick, except to seek medical care. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds and help young children to do the same. If soap and water are not available, use alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray or wipes. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. If you do not have a tissue, use your sleeve, not your hands. Please visit rowlett.com/COVID-19 for prevention measures, testing sites, current case counts, and more. In Rowlett, the Rowlett drive-through test site is available by appointment Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Those interested in being tested, please visit doineedacovid19test.com to verify eligibility and to make an appointment.
Unfortunately, the potential impact to our health is not the only issue facing Rowlett residents today. We also understand that there may be incidences where residents find themselves facing financial difficulties due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, the Dallas County Health and Human Services announced the reopening of the Emergency Housing Assistance Program to provide short-term, rental, mortgage, and utility assistance to Dallas County residents living outside the city of Dallas. They are now re-accepting pre-screening applications online at the address shown on the screen. They will close the pre-screening application process on Thursday, August 20th at 4 p.m. The City of Rowlett is also here to help. We encourage customers who are delinquent on their utility bill due to financial difficulties to contact the utility office to discuss payment options. To set up a payment plan, please call 972-412-6105. Also, if you have a deposit on file with the City of Rowlett and have had on-time payments for 12 months prior to March 9th, you can call us to request your deposit be applied to your utility account balance. Rowlett residents may also qualify to receive utility bill assistance administered by the Salvation Army through funding provided by the city from our federal CDBG grants. Please call 972-272-4531 for more information. And city facilities are open for business, however at limited capacity. We encourage you to conduct business with us online, by phone, and email as much as possible. When you do visit city facilities, we ask that you social distance, and we require all visitors to wear a face covering for health and safety while inside the city buildings. For city facilities and services information, please visit rowlett.com/COVID-19 for a complete list of restrictions, hours of operations, and contact information. Unfortunately, we do have another special event postponement to report. The health and safety of our community and guests is our top priority. Therefore, we have made the difficult decision to postpone the summer concert series until next spring.
This Garland ISD update is based on plans in place at the time of this recording. The beginning of school year for Garland ISD is going to be virtual until September 7th. Per the Dallas County order issued on July 16th, Garland ISD schools will not reopen for on-campus face-to-face instruction until after September 7th. For the first 4 weeks from August 10th to September 7th, all students will attend school remotely, get to know their new teachers, readjust to school hours, and learn to use a program called Canvas. All extracurricular activities, including athletics and fine arts, are canceled by this order and may resume September 8th. Curbside meal pickups will be available for all learners during the back-to-school transition and for remote learners throughout the remainder of 2020 and 2021. For all the details, including the reopening school instructional guidebook, visit the website shown on the screen, garlandisd.net/COVID updates.
As we always say, this is a fluid situation. Information changes often. Please visit rowlett.com/COVID-19 for more information, helpful links, testing sites, and the measures instituted to help protect our community. The city's Facebook page will continue to alert the public about new cases on a daily basis, but we do restrict information to age range and gender as it is available to us. So, Tammy, you know, this has been an extraordinary time in our history of our country, not to mention even in Rowlett. You know, as you know, we've recently just cleared 500 new cases in Rowlett, and it's a pretty scary time for our residents.
You know, our residents have done a great job so far, and you know, it's been over 4.5 months since this all started, and the restrictions have been in place for, you know, not only our residents but across the state of Texas and across the country and the world, quite frankly. And you know, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have done so well for so long, you know, trying to keep this under check. And it's scary that we've just surpassed 500 cases in the city of Rowlett, and you know, we got school coming up. And so I know everybody's concerned about what's going to happen when school starts, and you know, how can we continue to do everything we can possibly do to contain this. We got to do what we can do to keep this economy up and running and keep our businesses open. And I really, you know, we're seeing great evidence right now that, you know, the two key things that are in place right now is wearing face masks consistently, especially when you can't social distance, and limiting outside gatherings to 10 or less when they're not in your household.
That's right, Mayor, and you know, we can't say it enough, and I know everybody's tired of hearing it, but face mask, face mask, face mask, and wash your hands and don't touch your face. These are just very small things that we can do to not only protect ourselves, but our families and everybody else as well.
But sincerely, Rowlett, thank you for everything you've been doing. Please keep up the good work. It's really important that we continue to protect our most vulnerable and keep our hospitals operating at a capacity that they can manage.
On August 4th, I presented the City Manager's proposed budget for fiscal year 2021 to the Rowlett City Council. This proposal represents many hours of research, analysis, planning, and listening. The budget process includes opportunities for resident participation and culminates with the adoption of the final budget on September 15th. Due to the public health emergency and to conform with the social distancing requirements, budget work sessions and City Council meetings are being held via teleconferencing. The public can view meetings live on the city's website or via RTN 16. Here's the schedule. Public comments on the proposed budget and public hearings on the tax rate will be held during virtual council meetings on August and September. To provide comments for the public hearings, please send an email to citizeninput@rowlett.com by 3:30 the day of the meeting. Your comment will be read into the record during the meeting and must be within the 3-minute time limit. Finally, City Council will adopt the tax rate and budget ordinances on September 15th, and fiscal year 2021 begins on October 1. This year's proposed budget and the approved budgets from previous years can be found on the city's website at rowlett.com. So Tammy, this year's budget process is going to be very different than what we've seen in the past. There is a lot of moving pieces, and with COVID, it has absolutely had an impact on what we're thinking in terms of the budget.
You know, we knew this was going to be a difficult process with all the changes that the legislature made last year, and then COVID on top of it, and the revenue shortfalls that we are projecting to experience and are currently experiencing. It's just a very, very difficult time to tie everything down with a bow like we have in the past and understand all the different attributes that are coming at us. So, you know, thank you for everything you're doing and your staff is doing. I just implore the public to understand that we don't have the information yet that we typically have, and we are all going to have to work through this in the next 30 to 45 days.
It's a very good point, Mayor, because as you said, usually by the time we submit the proposed budget, we know the final certified values. This year, we will not know that until the end of August. And so as a result, we're going to submit a proposed budget so we can tell the public as much as we know, but realize that over the course of August, we're going to have to make some final decision points as we get the final numbers.
You know, I think a couple key aspects that we're really hoping for in this year's budget that we've talked about is, you know, we're trying to make sure we keep our service levels where they've been historically, even though we're going to have revenue shortfalls. And, you know, we're trying to make sure we don't have any, you know, staff layoffs or staff reductions, because we're already, you know, very, very lean organization. So those are two real key objectives that we've been working towards.
The City of Rowlett and the Utility Billing Department proudly present the new FlexNet AMI water meter system. The FlexNet AMI gives customers access to their water consumption online by providing hourly readings so you can get real-time usage. These new AMI antennas transmit water consumption data from your house directly to the Utility Billing Department, eliminating the need for staff to drive by locations to acquire meter readings. Now you can check on your water usage anywhere with an internet connection.
Houston, now controlling.
Just create an online account on our website and have alerts sent directly to you. Using this information, customers have the possibility to be alerted about potential leaks before they result in a higher bill. So let's recap. Conserve water and save money by tracking your water usage with hourly readings.
The FlexNet AMI system provides you the tools you need to help save water and money.
The new FlexNet AMI system is now online. Create your account and set alerts today by visiting Rowlett.com.
Effective code enforcement is essential to property values, protection of safety and health, and enhancement of our overall image of our community. Rowlett code enforcement officers are committed to working with residents, neighborhood associations, public service agencies, and other City of Rowlett departments to facilitate voluntary compliance. Most of our city's codes and ordinances are in place for health and safety reasons. For instance, tall grass and weeds are great hiding places for vermin, snakes, and mosquitoes. Stagnant swimming pool water is also a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Leaning fences not only look bad, but can cause injury if they fall over. And those house numbers on your home? First responders need those so they can find your address when you call for help. Code enforcement officers are often asked to embody many roles within the context of their duties. In any given day, they may function as problem solvers, communicators, mediators, researchers, and educators within their role as a code enforcement officer. Next time you see a code enforcement officer helping out your neighborhood, please give them a friendly wave and smile. To report a code violation, please visit the Citizen Action Center on Rowlett.com. We are so proud to report that 90% or better of violations are resolved after notification to our citizens. Code enforcement officers, Brian, during this period of time have, just done a wonderful job. Not only have they been managing their normal, responsibilities, they've been in the middle of helping us enforce all these varying and changing COVID-19 rules that have been out there.
Mayor, you're right, and the interesting thing about this is that they have their normal duties to perform as well, but when we've needed boots on the ground to help explain to our customers and our residents what the rules are related to COVID-19, which there were times it was changing daily. They have been absolutely essential for us to get that message out.
And you know, it's difficult when you're a resident and you get a notification, but like we said, you know, over 90% of our violations are resolved voluntarily once people are notified, and we know our residents want to keep our community looking great.
I'm Councilmember Brownie Sherrill, and this is the Spirit of Rowlett Virtual Edition. For today's Spirit of Rowlett Award, I want to tell you about a man that I first met when I served on the Park and Recreation Advisory Board. Mike Delatt moved to Rowlett in 1993. He has a PhD in economics and recently retired as CEO of Middlecorp. It's an investment banking firm specializing in mergers and acquisitions. Mike has served on the Park and Recreation Advisory Board for 10 years. 2 of those years he was the vice chairman, and currently he is the chairman. Mike has been and is currently a team member of several of the Park and Recreation projects. The projects are park design and build of Katy Railroad, Kenwood Heights, Paddle Point Park, Rowlett Community Park, Scenic Point Park, Central Park, Schrady Bluebonnet Park, and Kids Kingdom, and soon to be new Hereford Park. Also served as a team member on walking and biking trails, helping with special events, helping with the Park and Recreation Master Plan, and helping with several of the accreditations. In the year 2000, Mike created the Rowlett USSSA softball and has served as the association president from 2000 to the present. The association organizes and manages all adult and fast-pitch softball in Rowlett Community Park. He was the 2019 inductee into the Texas USSSA Hall of Fame in the directory category. In Mike's spare time, which is around Christmas, Mike lights up his yards with approximately 28,000 Christmas lights to create an outstanding Christmas display every year. On December the 26th in 2015, our infamous tornado caused Mike to lose most of all the decorations. But in 2016, it was back better than ever. When asked about his display, Mike said, "This is my Christmas gift to my Rowlett neighbors." Congratulations, Mike Delatt, for being the Spirit of Rowlett Award winner. I'm Councilmember Brownie Sherrill. Let's keep the spirit of Rowlett alive.
With various construction projects taking place in Rowlett this summer, here's a quick update. Sapphire Bay, the $1 billion mixed-use development located on the shores of Lake Ray Hubbard, now has a webcam on site where you can track its progress. You can launch the live webcam by visiting the city's economic development website shown on the screen. Construction has started on Fire Station number 2 on Schrady Road, approved by voters in the 2018 bond election. As progress is made, we'll update you so you can see the transformation. Main Street has been open in both directions since June. Irrigation work is on hold until Encore sets the second of 2 electric meters to allow for system testing. Once testing is complete, the contractor will place the trees in the tree wells and pour the stamp color concrete border. There's a new sanitary sewer line being installed at Rowlett Creek. The contractor is currently on site setting up approximately 4,000 linear feet of piping to be able to take the existing sanitary sewer pipe out of service. As for Miller Road, there's a 20-inch force main and a 24-inch gravity sewer project, and the contractor has begun placing concrete on Miller Road east of Weems Way and will be replacing the roadway in sections. It is projected all concrete will be in place by the end of August, weather permitting. The horizontal directional drilling beneath the lake is progressing slowly due to the amount of water. Down the road at the 24-inch force main and 24-inch gravity sewer project, Tricon is continuing with installation of the 24-inch force main and approximately 1,200 feet of pipe has been installed. The boring crew is on site and preparing to make the 42-inch bore underneath Rowlett Road. So Tammy, you know, even with COVID and everything else that's going on, we have a lot of projects going on in Rowlett.
We do, and they haven't slowed down. Certainly, existing businesses have been suffering, just like everybody is in the region. But our construction projects are just booming. And if you watch that live cam out at Sapphire Bay, it's just amazing what they're accomplishing out there.
They are moving so fast, and the cam video is so good to look at. Particularly if you kind of do it every couple of days, just to see how much they're doing. Very, very fast. But all these projects are just continuing on. Miller Road will be done soon. We'll have new sewer infrastructure. It's exciting to see us grow.
One major way citizens can have a positive impact on the future of Rowlett is to volunteer to serve on the various advisory boards and commissions. With many different boards and commissions, volunteers will have an opportunity to influence the way of life in Rowlett. Share your expertise, experience, and insight to make a difference in our city. These volunteer boards are comprised of citizens who are appointed by the City Council. Most positions are appointed for 2-year terms. City Council makes their annual appointments at the end of September for terms to begin October 1st. Applications are currently being accepted and are due by August 14th for consideration for upcoming appointments. For more information and applications, please visit rowlett.com. I love this time of year. It's so exciting to see people wanting to get involved in their city and really wanting to make a difference. These boards and commissions, they're advisory in nature to the City Council, and they have a lot of influence on decision making and direction that we take as a City Council.
They do, Mayor, and it is fun to watch their passion for the projects and programs that they are interested in, and to help them feel like they're making a difference in Rowlett. Every year we have so many people who volunteer for these boards and commissions, and I always like how the City Council interviews them and makes decisions about where they would best fit. And I think we've just got a great group of people we work with.
We really do, and really looking forward to this year's application, so please get your application in. I'd like to close today's show with a few thoughts. While maintaining social distance is vital, ensuring we maintain social grace is equally important. We are fighting a pandemic and an economic recession. It is important to remember that everyone is in this together. Think of others, reach out however you can, and remember to ask for help if you need it. Please continue to take precautions to keep yourself, your family members, and our community's most vulnerable safe as we all work together to fight the spread of this virus. Wear a face covering when you must leave home, observe physical distancing of at least 6 feet, and wash your hands often. See you next month on Spotlight on Rowlett. Do you know someone doing something positive or a story that gives you the warm fuzzies? Please let us know so we can cover it in our Friday at 5 p.m. newsletter. Let's share all the good things. Email Denise at dperrin@rowlett.com.